Have you ever wondered about evil, pain, and suffering? How often have you heard people who are suffering ask questions like, if there's a God, why was my child born with mental or physical problems? Or if there's a God, why have I contracted cancer? Or something like, if there is a God, why was my spouse killed in a car wreck? I knew family members who demanded of God, why did you take Granny from us? Even though Granny was in her 90s, eat up with cancer, had been bedfast for a couple of years and had no quality of life at all and wanted to go home. Emotional appeals like these have been echoed countless times across the centuries by those who languish under the suffering to which humanity has become the heir. Such questions grip the human heart and cry out for an answer. If God exists, why does He allow us to suffer? I'm James, and this is Moral Video Productions. Welcome to our channel. This is lesson number 4 in our series called Have You Ever Wondered About Evil, Pain, and Suffering? May I suggest that if you have not seen the previous lessons, that you begin with lesson number 1 as these lessons build one upon the other? Follow the link above, or I'll put it in the description as well. There's not just one answer to such questions mentioned, and the myriads of other similar questions that mankind has been asking throughout time. But several answers do exist. As we search for those answers, the best place to begin is in the book of Genesis, the book of beginnings. Genesis chapter 2, verses 16 and 17 informs us that after God placed the original human pair, Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden, He told them that they could eat of every tree except for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God explained that if they ate of the fruit of that tree, they would die. But as Genesis 3 explains, they did eat the fruit of that tree. And by doing so, they died spiritually right there on the spot. And later, they would die physically as well. And thus, they introduced sin into the world. It is difficult for us to grasp the enormity of this situation. Rational people know that when we sin by doing such things as lying, stealing, murder, being sexually immoral, etc., we generally endure adverse consequences. The existence of thousands of prisons worldwide and the need for innumerable psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, that provides ample evidence of the truthfulness of this, does it not? Furthermore, sin is universal. Romans 3 verse 23 says, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Ever since Adam and Eve's sin in the Garden of Eden, sin has plagued the human race. And along with humanity's plunge into a sinful state have come incalculable evil, pain, and sufferings. But is that God's fault? Hardly, it is not. After all, He warned us not to sin. Psalm 37 verse 27 commands, depart from evil and do good. But have we done that? Hardly. When we sin, we suffer. But there is more to this problem, so please join us in our next session as we examine these issues further. And may I ask you to please subscribe to our channel and like and share our videos and click the bell icon to be notified when new videos are published. It would truly help our channel to grow. And always remember, judge righteous judgment.